marks the last day of our 2-month trip where we went across the country from coast to coast, doing random acts of kindness and also volunteering at local communities with that dog to help raise awareness that it doesn't take very much time or effort to make somebody's day better.
What was the most surprising thing that happened to you on this trip?
The most surprising thing that happened for me on this trip is the constant challenges that I felt. I mean, it felt like it was 2 months of intense personal growth, whether it was navigating relationships or me coming up against my own insecurities and in career and life and following my dreams. It just felt really, really challenging. I did not expect that. I thought it was going to be smooth and easy and fun the whole time.
I think for me, I kind of want to second what she said, but also the amount of mechanical problems that came up. I mean, even starting on the very first day, that was really surprising to me. It felt pretty much like I was worrying about it the whole time.
What was the funniest moment on the trip?
The funniest moment for me on the trip, I think literally was when we filmed the fundraising video. I feel like it was funny thinking about it. It was funny planning it. It was funny practicing the songs. It was funny filming it. And every time I watch the fundraising videos, still I laugh to this day.
Okay, I agree with Natalie. And also one that we haven't filmed yet that cracked me up was Barkleton Johnson, the best bark in town. That one is to come.
What's an interaction with another person that stands out to you?
The first person that came to my mind was the cab driver in Asheville.
I've already had one person in PVA pull a gun on me and threaten to use it. And I could see the safety wasn't off, and I walked right toward him. I said, "You want me to shove it up your ass and pull the trigger?" Hi, Mom. I'm going to call you back in a few minutes.
This guy was a caricature of hillbilly of himself. I mean, it was just crazy. I'd never heard anybody talk like he did. I had never had an experience like that before, and probably won't ever again.
That's probably a really good point. The interaction with Otis really stood out for me, mainly because I didn't realize how much it would affect me, his story. I felt the instant connection and just to really feel for someone like that I just met.
What was one of your favorite animals that you met on the trip?
Oh, animals. When we were at this shelter in Kellyville, Oklahoma, there was this one dog that I really connected with. I don't know the dog's name, but she was so sweet and so cute, and I literally almost took her home with us.
For me, there were a lot of cats that we stayed with at homes, but when we volunteered at the Asheville, North Carolina shelter, Ella, the sweetest dog ever, and I don't consider myself a dog person, but I was literally considering adopting her and figuring out a way to bring her home in the RV with Coach. She was beautiful.
So it could have been 3 dogs in this RV.
Yes.
It really could have
3
been
dogs,
3 dogs.
3 girls.
If you could have changed anything about this trip, what would you wish had been different?
If I could have made anything different, it would have either been that we planned ahead a little bit differently or better so that our volunteer opportunities were a bit smoother. Or in a perfect world, it would be amazing if somebody helped us book the volunteering opportunities, because it was really hard for us, surprisingly, to get volunteering gigs.
Yeah. I feel like there could have been room for our time management to have been different, because I feel like I completely fell off the ball with working out and just like personal care, taking care of self on the trip too. So a lot of it was focused out, which is awesome, but taking care of self in the process is really important. So I feel like that would have been different. I wish I could have done that differently.
Did you learn anything about this country?
There are a few things I learned about this country. One of them being that there are amazing states and amazing people everywhere. And along with that, I learned that I can feel at home wherever I go. based mostly on the people that are around, the community that we create, and each other, and just having our home on our back. I felt like every state had its own amazing culture, its own amazing topography, its own amazing community of people. And I used to think that California was the only state that I could live in, or the best state. And I hate to admit that. But now I really realize that I could probably be happy anywhere, because every place has its own amazing thing about it.
I know I had stereotypes about different states and different kinds of people in different areas, and I hate to admit that too, but I was surprised the states that I didn't think I would like, I loved. Which is so funny, like the Montanas and the Tennessees and the Wyomings and the, even Texas, Austin, all of those that I would actually consider moving there was a surprise.
What have you learned or relearned on this trip?
I feel like this trip was full of learning experiences. One being patience and things not going the way you want them to or expect them to, and being able to roll with the punches a bit with it. Also, the unknown. We didn't know what the trip was going to be like. We didn't know what's going to happen afterwards. We didn't know what's going to happen from day to day, and having to be okay with that and just keep on following what you know feels right. Also, communication. 3 of us in an RV, we had to talk things out and we had to work through some stuff, and I think it's a really important life skill.
What I relearned on this trip is the importance of connecting to your vision and on a daily basis. I feel like because of all the challenges that were happening constantly, that was the place for me to get grounded, is taking it a day at a time, getting present every day, and getting connected to what I want the day and this trip to look like so that I could focus my actions on that.
How have you changed on this trip?
We make a joke that we're all going to come back zen because we're constantly having to overcome challenges. We're constantly having to diffuse, tense situations, constantly having to go with the flow when things just are going kind of crazy all around us. And so I feel like I'm coming home with kind of a more sense of a calm inside, that I can handle things that show up a lot smoother, a lot easier. Also, I think communication is not something that's very natural for me. And I've been pushed a few times on this trip to really have to communicate in ways that I wouldn't naturally otherwise. And I'm really grateful for that.
I feel like I've changed in the sense of a gratitude and being grateful for the people in my life, the people that we've been meeting. I felt like I was a grateful person, but there's this other layer, this deeper layer I feel like I'm tapping into, and it's being touched by life, touched by the things that are happening, like really letting it affect me and being grateful for the experiences. What do you feel is an area that you'd like to stretch into even more?
I think definitely discipline. Because we've done a lot of amazing things on this trip, and we have a lot of amazing, in my opinion, goals still. And I think it's going to take a lot of discipline in order to reach them, and not just work kind of discipline, but visioning discipline and keeping myself in check kind of discipline. I think this trip was a little bit like, we'll just see what happens. We'll throw it out there and see what happens, and then we want to kind of refine that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
I think for me, the more of the communication of, this is what I want, this is what I see, this is what I feel needs to be done. Because you know me, I'm so go with the flow. So for me to stretch into that place of being more in the director's chair and the driver's seat in what we're going to do.
So we have a driver and we have discipline.
That equals power. Everything?
I have one.
Oh.
Talking.
Less talking? More talking?
More talking.
You?
More talking?
Us?
I want to talk more
Oh.
to people.
Oh. Okay. Alright, I think you're doing a good job already so far. If you could only go back and revisit one state, what would it be?
This is weird. Kentucky came up. Yeah, I feel like we didn't really see Kentucky much. We saw one city somewhat, but I feel like I would want to explore Kentucky. What about you?
Oh. I'd like to go back to Georgia. I feel like the same reasoning, you know. I feel like we saw Savannah for a few minutes kind of thing, and we didn't really see too many other places.
Yeah.
And I'd like to definitely see Savannah again and check out more of the state.
Yeah. Agreed.
What was the best shower you took on the trip?
Definitely the Flying J shower. Our first shower after 1 week. It's definitely my most memorable one. The water was hot.
Water pressure was
Water
good.
pressure was good.
That was definitely the best shower of my life.
Wow.
Better than my Burning Man shower. For real.
I feel like since I can remember every single shower I took, they were all pretty good.
Yeah, I don't remember. They're all good.
Natalie didn't take any showers on the trip.
No.
That's
I
why
took-
she can't remember.
I took 2.
We remember
Total.
them though, Sally, don't we? What is next for Girls Gone Moto?
The first thing I want to say is network, baby! Network!
That's what I was thinking too. Girls Gone Moto is not stopping. This is season 1, meaning there's going to be many more seasons. We don't know exactly what that's going to look like, but you can expect to see lots more videos, lots more coaching, lots more lessons, and more of our beautiful faces.
Beautiful, silly, weirdo faces.
Well, we're filming now.
Oh my god.
So
Hello.
we're about to start on our grand adventure. Do we have any thoughts before we start out?
Half of the adventure and half of the fun is not knowing what to expect and things popping up and us having to figure it out.
To a street where we can be finally free.
I just can't wait to see what shows up, honestly.
Wearing their hearts on their sleeves. But oh, how good it felt to have them worn, but just like they should. And everybody here wants to know, did everybody say what a good day that it was for? Everybody who said what a good day that it was.
You can absolutely have the life that you want as long as you believe that it's possible.
Whoa. Suddenly we all got young, running circles around ourselves just for fun.
You are special and amazing just the way that you are, and you deserve to have whatever life you want.
Everybody here wants to know, did everybody say what a good day that it was for? Everybody who said what a good day that it was. Do they smile 'cause they like it? Do they smile 'cause they like it today? Whoa, did everybody say what a good day that it was for? Everybody who said what a good day that it was. Do they smile 'cause they like it? Do they smile 'cause they
are
That
stronger.
it felt like this we were never told. That it felt like this we were never told. And it scares us bad, so we'll have to be bold. But there's still one thing that we need to know. Did everybody say what a good day that it was for everybody who said what a good
I
day
think
that
there's
it
something to be said for the fact that we were given as much love and support as we gave out.
What a good day that it was for everybody who said what a good day that it was. They smile 'cause they like it. They smile 'cause they like it today. Whoa, did everybody say what a good day that it was for everybody who said what a good day that it was. They smile 'cause they like it. They smile 'cause they like it today. Whoa, did everybody say what a good day that it was for everybody who said what a good day that it was. They smile 'cause they like it. They smile 'cause they like it today. Whoa, did everybody say what a good day that it was for everybody who said what a
The only way to really change anything is if you change the way you're being about it.
You know that thing that you love so much it scares you? Go for it.
There are so many things I'm grateful for. First of all, I just want to thank my travel partners, Natalie and Kat. Thank you guys. This trip was so many things amazing, and you guys are just such incredible women, and I feel really lucky to be able to have been on this trip with you two. I'm also so grateful for all of you guys out there who have supported us by either donating or tweeting about us or writing in or just showing your support and love in any way. You guys don't know how much that means to us and how much we appreciate it. Couldn't have done this trip without you guys, so thank you so much. I also want to thank Derek, who provided the RV, Miss Bessie. And I want to just tell all of you guys that we met along the way, and if you're watching this, you know who you are. Thank you so much for taking us in. Thank you for treating us like family. Thank you for showing us your town. And thank you for encouraging us to keep on going. We love you guys, and we appreciate everything you've done.
And I want to send a special thank you out to Aaron Steinberg. He was the impetus for all of this. He was the one with the brainchild of going around the country and speaking to colleges and really going out there and inspiring people to really live their best lives. So Aaron, if it wasn't for your idea and getting our butts in gear, that none of this would be possible. So thank you. We love you. Love you, love you, love you.
Girls Gone Moto, to me, is all about living life the way you want to live it and taking risks in order to do that. So I just want to give the message to you guys that you can absolutely have the kind of lives you want, and you can do whatever it is that you want. Just keep on going and keep following the direction that feels right to you. And hopefully you are not in the place where you go to work and wake up in the morning and you're like, I hate my life, I hate my job. That's anti-GGM. So we hope that you guys have some inspiration for your own lives and your own day, and keep on following Girls Gone Moto, because we'll keep on giving you some inspiration on the website and through our videos.
So dream, take action with attitude. So that you know what's up with Girls Gone Moto, please like us on Facebook. We have a Facebook page. Follow us on Twitter. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also sign up for our email newsletter. You can find all that on our website, girlsgonemoto.com, but that way you know what's going on, what's next, and we can keep you all informed as to the craziness and adventure that is Girls Gone Moto.
So now all we need is a dream bomb.
Dream bomb!
Slow-mo dream bomb.
Girls Gone Moto.
Girls Girls gone moto, moto, girls gone moto, girls gone moto, 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 moto.
Follow the sun to reach the horizon. I live for fun, forgot about dying. The rubber and the highway sing a good duet in the flatland, baby. Flatland, flatland, baby. Flatland, baby. West Texas.
The dream, take action with attitude.
And shoulders.
And shoulder shrugs.
That's what attitude looks like. Attitude.
Good time.
Well, you got some attitude.
You guys are now officially hippies. No! This is what a hug sandwich looks like from the inside. High five.
Lucky day.
Spin around this thing. Then I'm gonna go like this. Like this.
This is seriously the weirdest / coolest costume I've ever been in.
Definitely.
Flatland, baby. Flatland,